starting this ball game, Fonacier will be on the bench. Yung mag-uumpisa rito, Jason Castro, Ranidel De Ocampo, tapos may Raba Alucenica in the middle, Tony Mitchell, yung kanilang high scoring guard, and Ryan Reyes. And agad naman, pagpasok pa lang, nakascore na agad ang Tropang Texas to make it 2-0. Tapos starting para naman sa Meralco Balls Doms, Chris Timberlake at the point. Tapos Mario West, Cliff Hodge, Reynolds natin, the guy we're talking about. Pati na rin itong bagong dating na si John Wilson, who was playing very well para sa Meralco Balls.
Well, it looks like Coach Ryan Gregorio is changing it a little bit dun sa kanyang point guard position. Chris Ross not really able to play so well in the first few games, averaging 4 turnovers a ball game. So, iniiba ni Coach Ryan Gregorio yung kanyang point guard spot. Pagdating naman dito sa Talking Text, right away starting Jason Castro and Ranidel De Ocampo.
Mario West kicks it out to John Wilson. Doesn't hesitate on that outside shot. Wide left ang tira na yun. Masyadong malakas. Here's Tony Mitchell. Ano naman natin si Tony Mitchell. Yan, ang sasabihin ko sana. When he's got the ball, he's always a threat from anywhere on the floor, Dogs.
Well, he was brought in to shoot. And that's what he's doing para dito sa Talking Text. They're 1-on-1. But they're going to need him also to settle down once the other guys come in. Tatlo na nga yung bumalik para dito sa Talking Text. Wala pa itong si Jimmy Alapag. But once he comes back as well, it's going to be a different rotation na ipapakita ni Coach Norman Black.
Napakaraming weapons ng Tropang Texters para naman sa Meralco. Mario West on the drive in the paint. Nakakuha naman ang foul kung sa linya para sa dalawang free throws. We have to talk about Mario West. You know, we talked about Tony Mitchell, a scorer, 40 plus a game. Nakita naman natin, last conference pa yan si Tony Mitchell, undersized, but he was outscoring yung mga mas malalaking import matchups niya. Si Mario West, balik PBA yan, Doms. He was here last year, played fairly the high scorer that Tony Mitchell is. Ngunit, kinuha pa rin ng Meralco for the second time.
Well, not as flashy as a Tony Mitchell, but he is effective. You know, I was talking about Meralco being able to be 2-1. Yung game against Meralco, they only lost by 1 point. They could have won that game. Itong si Mario West could have ended that game with those 2 drives coming from the same spot, but nagmintis lang siya.
Tama yun, hard luck dun sa dalawang tira na yun off the glass. And well, ito si John Wilson not hesitating. Pangatlong hagis na niya mula dyan sa 3-point area. Still not converting. Wala pang score ng Meralco, pero 2 lang ang score ng Talking Text with 2 minutes gone by. Dito sa ating first quarter, Jason Castro on the drive. And he misses once again. So baka may konting ano pa yan, kalawang dahil pahinga ng ilang araw after the FIBA Asian Championship. Ranidel missed earlier as well. Offensive rebound, Cliff Hodge. Mario West sees an opening, goes all the way in for the first 2 points.
Well, not good defense that time by Talking Text, leaving Mario West wide open for that layup. Pero interesting itong bench ng Talking Text. Kita mo, 5 nakaupo sa sahig.
Oo nga, 5 rin ang coach kasi na nakaupo sa mga upuan. Naka-blue t-shirt. So 5 sila dyan. Ng kanya-kanyang pwesto. Ito si Ryan Reyes. Steps back. Hindi pumasok, but Raba Luceni for the follow-up on that shot. So Raba gets 2. Ito si Ryan Reyes, napansin natin na one of several players doon sa komperensyang ito na iba ng hairstyle. Diba? Marami sila eh.
Parang hirap masanay doon sa buhok ni Ryan Reyes eh. Actually na may buhok.
Oo nga, na medyo
may kahabaan.
Oo, tapos parang may hati pa na pakanan na ngayon yung stroke niya. As we see Mario West outside shot. It's the 3. It gives his team the lead 5-4.
It's going to be interesting what kind of pace Talking Text and Meralco will be playing in today's ball game. Sino bang masusunod? You know, we talked about Talking Text there, the number 1 scoring team dito sa ating conference with their 2 games. They've really been averaging 108.5 points a ball game. So you know that they're potent. Tapos bumalik pa nga yung tatlo nilang player. You expect them to try to shoot the lights out. But for Meralco, you know that Cardona is injured, so there's a little bit of a lack in terms of offense.
Hindi lang si Cardona, partner, nakakalimutan natin, nalipat na si Dillinger dyan sa kupunan ng Meralco, and he's also injured, so he's not here to play para sa kanila. Can you imagine how much more potent they could be? Dyan si Cardona, pati na rin si Dillinger. Of course, Dillinger coming over from this very team na kalaban na yung Tropang Texters ng Tropang Text. Reynolds natin ang tawagan ng foul, so free throws para kay Raba Aluceni out on your screens. That's the guy we're talking about, Mark Cardona, who has a calf injury, and he sustained that prior to the start of the Governor's Cup. Kaya hindi pa siya nakakaroon sa kahit anong laro nitong Meralco Balls. Here's a Photon strong drive from Mario West. That's brought to you by Photon. Empower your business.
Oh, just a little bit of a story on Mac Cardona. Alam mo, yung injury na yun nangyari nung last practice game daw nila in the fourth quarter, last 4 minutes of that practice game when he ended up pulling his calf muscle.
At alam mo, makwento ko lang, Dom, tatagdagan ko yan. Nangyari yun. The FIBA Asia Championship were ongoing. Kasama rin tayo sa coverage na yun. At partner ko nung araw na yun para sa isang game was assistant coach ng Meralco, si Ronnie Magsama. And he received the text that the injury happened. And I remember yung concern talaga ni Ron
Cardona, because he is your number 1 scorer.
Nag-extend na nga yung kanyang stint sa injured list. Even if he's suited up, he's got his high tops on and naka-uniforme siya, full uniform. We have the report that he's not going to be used. So, kanyang mga kakampi, trying to
Hindi
help
nga
them.
nakasuot yung sapatos eh.
Nakatakal na ba? Oo nga, no? Nakatakal na nga. You're right.
No, but it's different for a player also. Once you're coming back from an injury, kahit di ka pa pwede maglaro, you're not yet 100%. It's good to be able to warm up with the team or really get into the groove of things.
Pagbulit, sana po chance natin sa post team. Makapunta ron. John Wilson once again. For his 5th attempt in this ballgame, he still misses. Ito si Ryan Reyes with a rebound to Castro. We're still waiting to see some of that lightning that Castro was able to show to the entire Asian community, basketball community ng FIBA Asia Championship. Randy Del side, no go. Mitchell's attempt at a slam dunk goes awry at merong tawag in the backcourt. It's a foul on Tony Mitchell. Tinawag na ating referee na si Noy Guevara. He's working this game together with Reyante and Sherwin Pineda.
Charlie, pag-usapan natin yung sakripisyo na binibigay nitong si Ranidel de Ocampo and guys that played for the Gilas Pilipinas team. You understand that, yun nga, kakatapos lang nung Gilas, biglang start na agad ng PBA. So hindi sila naka-ensayo with their mother teams. Tapos buong time na yun, nung nagbabakasyon yung mga teammates nila, they were practicing hard, fighting for country. And then now, cut short yung kanilang bakasyon, the vacation that they well-deserved, of course, guys like Jason Castro. But they were called upon again by their mother team because napaka-ikli itong komperyensya natin. Only 9 games into the elimination. So very important that your lineup is complete.
Mula sa Smart Araneta Coliseum, nagbabalik po ang inyong PBA. Bitin na bitin. Ganyan nilarawan nila Larry Panasher, Jason Castro, at Ranidel de Ocampo ang kanilang napakaiksing bakasyon. Ang sabi nga nila, gusto man nilang mag-extend, they fully understand they can't because of the responsibility and commitment na nila dito sa Tropang Texters. With all due respect to Coach Norman Black na sana ay bibigyan niya sila ng isang buwang pahinga. Ang sabi nila, we saw how our team lost against the San Miguel Coffee Mixers last game, and seeing that, alam nilang hindi na nila ma-afford na mawala pa kahit isa pang laro. Charlie and Dom?
Thanks a lot, Risa. Well, na-cut short nga yung kanilang bakasyon, and I'm sure they're still feeling the aches and pains, that long training that they had, traveling abroad to New Zealand, to Russia. They were able to play almost a game every day for almost 10 days straight. Tapos yung mga games hindi madali, daming bakbakan doon sa mga laban na yun, and then I'm sure they really spent. And we see Mario West complete that, the nice feed mula kay Timberlake. Pero yun na nga, nandito sila ngayon dahil the task at hand is the Governor's Cup. They have to try to get some victories here. Swerte nga sila doon na yung isang laro nila was cancelled during the height of the floods last week, 2 weeks ago rather. So, or else they would have been 3 games in already. Who knows what would have happened? Maybe they would have been on the 1 and 2.
So, you never really know. Depende dun sa, yun nga, kung nakalaro ba sila o hindi. But, aside from what you mentioned, yung sakripisyo nila, na yung katawan, yung pagod. But you also have to understand, for the time na nandito yung FIBA Asia, they were away from their families for a good 10-11 days.
Halos naka-quarantine sila noong mga panahon na yun, no? Walang gamit-gamit ng cellphone halos. At binackout nga sila sa mga social media sites. Sabi ni Coach Chuck, wala mo ng Twitter, wala mo ng Facebook. At yun na nga. And well, it's gonna be...
Ang ganda naman ng bunga.
Oh, syempre. Napakaganda. Napakaganda talaga. Quiet pa sa larong ito. Ito si Tony Mitchell, early on, you'd think he wants to get quick points, but he's trying to spread the ball around para naman makakontribute yung mga bagong dating na ng mga kakampi niya. Ray Guevara. Nice steal mula kay Mitchell. Basang-basa niya yung pasa ni Ray Guevara. What's Mitchell gonna do against Cliff Hodge? Good resistance mula kay Cliff Hodge to prevent an easy basket mula kay Tony Mitchell. At nagreklamo si Mitchell. Sabi niya may foul daw. Sabi niya may good defense.
Visibly frustrated itong si Mitchell because great defense ang pinakita nitong si... So difficult for Mitchell, great defense.
Oh, definitely no foul on that play. Matras pa nga ito si Cliff Hodge. At yung angulo nito si Tony Mitchell on that play. Well, let's talk about a guy like Cliff Hodge, Doms, starting out really strong dito sa ating 38th season. Was putting up double-double, scoring in the 20s early on sa mga konferensya ng St. Philippines. But his play has changed very much mula sa panahon na yun.
Well, he's definitely changed. Yung magandang una niyang laro was in the All-Filipino Conference. Walang mga import. But now that there's imports, ang nangyayari sa kanya, he has to go down a spot or he'll have to defend the import. And that's why yung mga minuto din niya nababawasan because kailangan hanapin ng coach kung sino bang bibigyan ng mas madaming minuto.
At ito, natawagan ng double dribble. Ito si Tony Mitchell. Bawal yun. Diba? Hindi pwede yun.
Kailangan tuloy-tuloy yung
Dribble. Pwede yun. There's the big man, the man mountain, Ali Peak. Pumasok na sa ating laro. Pahinga muna si Rabba Al-Husseini. Hit a couple of baskets earlier. Bantay rito kay Mario West, Sean Anthony, the guy we were talking about at the start of the coverage. Ito yung pinakikita para sa kanyang bagong koponan. Timberlake, bakit mula sa kanan. And Timberlake, good showing so far in the first 6-7 minutes of this game.
Oh, very good showing, especially he did not hesitate with that shot. He was wide open, he got the pass and took it and made it.
Also handed out a good pass earlier on the fast break kay Mario West. Ali Peak, right at the post, a rare miss para sa kanya mula sa pwesto na yan. Here's Timberlake looking to go high to Mario West. This time that jump. Ito, bakbakan Mitchell, Mario West, agawan ng bola. Jump ball.
A little bit too high yung pasa ni Timberlake.
Pero ano, alam mo, we expect spectacular things from these two players. If you look at the credentials, Doms, alam mo ba itong dalawang imports na ito, Mitchell at Mario West, at one point in time, were slam dunk champions. Ito si Mario West, nag-slam dunk champion yan sa D-League. Rather no, Tony Mitchell, D-League slam dunk champ. Yung nag-Rookie of the Year din sa last season. Ito naman si Mario West, nag-slam dunk champion yan sa college noong 2007. Naglalaro pa siya sa Georgia Tech. So these are two guys, and actually, if you look at Mario West, the way he plays, you won't expect him to be a high-flying type of guy. But he actually won a slam dunk contest once in his life. Let's turn it over to Risa Diaz.
Charlie, para daw mas maintindihan ng Bolts ang kailangan nilang gawin, ang sabi ni Coach Ryan Gregorio, he has to put emphasis on kung nasan sila position-wise sa team standings, which is at the bottom. Pangalawa, where they want to go, dun nga sa taas, top 4, yan ang gusto niya makuha. So with that being put on perspective, dapat alam daw ng Bolts kung gaano kalaking effort ang kailangan nilang ilabas. Charlie and Dom?
I like what Coach Ryan Gregorio is doing there. Kung sa sinabi ni Risa, visual. Pinapagawa niya sa mga players visually where they want to go, kung nasan sila ngayon, kung saan ba pupunta. Then that will transform into them realizing what kind of effort this team needs to be able to get there.
Well, so far doing okay dito sa ating first quarter to Meralco Bulls. Technical free throw pinasok ni Reyna Lugnatan at technical was called on team manager Aboy Castro ng Tropang Texters. Here's Timberlake. Tagal pa. Shot clock, 10 seconds to go. And a technical as well called. Who's it gonna be? Head coach Norman Black naman na natawagan ng technical foul. So that's 2 technical fouls seconds apart para sa Tropang Texas and Hugnatan. Now the designated technical free throw shooter para sa Meralco Bulls.
Well, he's definitely improved his free throw shooting.
Palobong tira no? Ito si Reyna Lugnatan, nothing but net.
Usually naman yung nag-take ng free throw is the best free throw shooter on the floor at that time na tinawagan ng technical foul.
On the move, Ray Guevara all the way to the basket para sa layup. Pagkanda naman umpihit ni Papa Ray.
Good curl. Good reading of the defense para dito kay Ray Guevara, getting the 2 points, extending the lead now to 8.
15-7 ang ating score. Harvey Carey, the newlywed, in the ball game, kicks it out to Sean Anthony from 3. Ayan, what a good start offensively for the league leader in scoring average so far after 2 games.
Who would have thought that Sean Anthony would be the league leader in scoring But he just works so hard. Yung mga puntos niya, he'll have those 3-point shots every so often. Pero madami sa kanya mga puntos, offensive rebounds or cuts, just finding himself open.
Garbage points. Larry Bonacer gets a basket on the run. And we've become familiar with shots like that mula kay Larry Bonacer. Not content anymore with just standing out by the 3-point line waiting for kickouts. This guy can drive it in already, has an array of moves. Has improved very, very much mula nung nag-umpisa siya rito. Sumagot mula sa 3-point country.
Charlie, talking about 3-point shooting, itong Talking Text is the number 1 in the league in terms of percentage sa 3-point area, 36%. At hindi pa naglalaro ron itong si Larry Bonacer at Jimmy Alapag.
Jason Castro takes mula sa 3-point land. 2 minutes and 36 seconds na titira dito sa ating first quarter. This is PBA Friday. Bugnakan. Puts it out to Mario. Tried to cross it over. Tumama sa pa. And the play continues. Cliff Hodge, pinigil na lang ang possible fast break play. Humihingi sila ng advantage foul. Dale, sabi ng ating referee. Meralco Bulls call a timeout lang sila ng 8. Star 918 Sports Radio. O isa, tino mo dalawa na Reyes kaya meron ng initial nung unang pangalan. Jai Reyes joining the lineup. Itong Tropang Texter, he said the ball game has played well in the past 2 ball games actually para dito.
You know, the beauty of pinahiram nga yung mga players ng Talking Text dun sa Gilas Pilipinas. But that also opens up an opportunity for guys like Jai Reyes. You know, guys who did not make the lineup previously, but nung nawala, syempre kailangan i-fill yung void na yun. So Jai has filled in the void for Jimmy Alapag.
Si Larry Bonacer, ganda na pinakikita, nakadalawang jumper na siya dito sa ating first quarter of that bench. Down to 6. Meralco, a minute and 47 na titira sa first quarter. Chris Ross is in the game. Kapitan ng Meralco Bulls. Naka. 3 seconds on that shot clock. Gotta make his move. The lefty hook. Bitin yun. Rebound by Carey. Here's Jai Reyes pushing it up. Larry Bonacer. Jai Reyes takes a 3. Masyado malakas yan. Ali Peak trying to keep it alive. Pero yung orange shirts prevail. Tatlo yung kalaban kasi ni Ali Peak. Mario West absorbing the contact. Lays it right in. Chance for a 3-point play from Super Mario.
Mario West really has a heavy load on his shoulders. He needs to be able to lead the team in scoring. And dun sa leadership din, kasi hinahanapan siya eh. Meralco still trying to figure out who will take them to the promised land. Kung tinignan mo yung history nitong Meralco, they've only made the semifinals once so far. Their entire stint dito sa PBA.
Pasok ang free throw ni Mario West. His first make out of 4 attempts mula dyan sa 4.5-meter line. Lead is 9. Alising malayo sa comfort zone. Naghahanap ng kakampi. Anthony comes out to get it. 9 seconds on that shot clock. Under a minute remaining sa ating first quarter. Sean Anthony out to Bonacer. Drives it in once again. The high looper. Bounces right in. Tatlo na. Naipasok nitong si Larry Bonacer.
6 points now for Larry Bonacer. And it's nice to see Larry na kahit na galing sa bakasyon yan, malamang ilang isayo pa lang yan, but still in good shape, and that confidence coming from the Gilas Pilipinas stint will definitely have Talking Text reap those benefits.
And dumayb sa sahig, ito si J.R. Reyes protecting that ball. 30 seconds timeout. Calling a 30-second timeout while lying on his back. So he saved that possession para sa Meralco Bulls. And yun, J.R. Reyes not getting too much playing time so far sa kanilang unang mga laro. So this big man, something, getting a chance to do something here.
You know, one thing about J.R. Reyes, once he starts playing, when nakausap ko si Coach Ronnie Magsang siya, ang nangyayari kasi kay J.R., pag gumaganda na yung laro niya, nai-injure siya, unfortunately, he gets hurt, hindi nagiging tuloy-tuloy. So habang lumalakas na siya, biglang may mangyayari, and then he's back to square one.
Nadi-derail.
Oo, nadi-derail.
Who's in the house? It's the big man.
Paula Adiogan.
Paula Adiogan, the big man of San Beda. They're going up against the Lyceum Pirates at 6 p.m. Bago niyan, itong Mapua, kalaban ng Letran naman. That's August 31 at the San Juan Arena. Papua struggling so far under the fortune cookie. Si Atoy. 18 seconds to go, 4-second differential, game clock and shot clock, about 3.5 actually. Mario West, hinahawakan lang ang bola, ngayon mag-diskarte na. 8 seconds to go. Pass it over to Ross, swings it over to Hodge, nakaisang tres na yan kanina, why not make it
8 points down for Cliff Hodge. Who would have expected him to make 2 out of 2 from the 3-point area?
Second to go, Reyes went up strong, natapikan ng bola, he was looking for a foul, only 4/10 of a second remaining. Time for a catch and shoot. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. Jai to Fonasher, the quick lob. Mintis ang tira ni Fonasher at the end of 12 minutes of action. Meralco now, of course, Barangay Ginebra getting ready. Magbabakbakan sila ng Barako mamaya pagkatapos itong laro na to. Billy Mamaril, Chris Ellis, and of course, Mike Singletary, ang import ng Barako. Nandiyan na rin, ready na, naka-uniforme na. At sila naman ang magbabakbakan mamaya. Barako and Barangay Ginebra. Dior Lowhorn as well, ang import ng Barangay. Nandiyan na rin. Of course, Asi Taulava, coming off an MVP stint sa ASEAN Basketball League.
Could we be seeing him again in the PBA?
Yan
That's the question.
Yan ang tanong. Kasi yung may rights sa kanya, naglalaro ngayon. Meralco Balls. Yung kung saan niya gusto mapunta yung rights niya, maglalaro mamaya. Yung Barangay Ginebra, declare na niya. The team he wants to play for. But hasn't happened yet. And a no-look pass mula kay J.R.A. Dapat papunta kay Chris Roth, bounces out, and the shot clock expires to start this second quarter. 11.5 remaining in the first half.
In that first quarter, we talked about Meralco being able to play defense. In that first quarter, they did. Dalawang steal para din sa Meralco Bolts. And only 4 turnovers for Meralco. So that means they're pretty much maximizing their opportunities.
Okay, well, isa pang magandang nagawa ng Meralco si Tony Mitchell, not getting too many looks at the basket. Not giving him a hard time. Hindi pa pumuputok. Mario West, on the other hand, naka 12 points agad yan. And a great tap mula kay Cliff Hodge to keep that possession alive for the Orange Men. Ika nga ni Don Aliado, calls them the Orange Men.
It's all about being able to play both ends of the court, and yun ang nagawa ng Meralco. They were able to play good defense on Talking Text, forcing them only to 26% from the field and 1 out of 6 from the 3-point area. Pagdating naman dito sa Meralco, they shot 48% from the field, 3 out of 8 from the 3-point area.
Tony Mitchell absorbing the contact on the way to the basket at pupunta siya sa linya ngayon at may chance siya makuha yung first 2 points sa partner. Imagine, first quarter, hindi nakapapasok na kahit field goal or free throw itong si Tony Mitchell. Let's turn it over once again to Risa Diaz. Risa, anong kwento?
Charlie, super win-win situation daw yung pagbabalik ng players mula sa Gilas dito nga sa lineup ng Talk and Text para kay Tony Mitchell. Ang sabi niya, the more help I get, the better. And on defense, mas luluwag nga daw yun dahil hindi na lang siya ang makikita lagi ng kalaban. They have more guys to worry about. Charlie and Dom?
Well, very true. If there's a team that has so many weapons, I would think Talk and Text is right up there on the list. Ang dami nga. Nung wala yung tatlo, yung apat, isama mo na si Jimmy Alapang, ang dami pa rin weapons di ba? Tapos ngayon na nandyan na nga yung tatlo. Nagdagan mo pa.
Well, the good thing about Talking Text is they really play as a team. There's always a collective effort. Plus, it's a team with 6 titles here in the PBA. So, hindi okay sa kanila yung okay na.
Recent titles, just to emphasize on that, the recent success of the Tropang Texas in the past 3 or 4 PBA seasons, medyo matindi. Ang ganda na pinakikita na, they're always in the thick of things, in the semis, in the finals, winning the championship, with a pretty much good core of players that have been there for some time.
Well, I really like yung level of intensity nila and yung pride. Mediocre is not good enough.
On that play, naipit ito si Jai Reyes against a big guy, shuffled his feet, traveling violation, turnover with 10:01 remaining in the first half. Ball goes back to Meralco, enjoying a 9-point lead. The lob to Mario!
Meron yung sinusubukan kanina ni Chris Timberlake, masyadong mataas lang, but a well-run play by the Meralco Bolts, being able to elude that zone defense of Talk and Text.
Patakman si Mario from the left, doon na. Naspatan na nito si Chris Ross, the passer that he is. Sean Anthony to the basket, absorbing the contact mula kay J.R. Reyes. chance for the three-point play. And this another guy, alam na alam ni Sean Anthony, ang ganda, spectacular play, momentum, clearly Meralco goes, but he takes it right into the defense, trying to get a pass.
Well, that's how you want to be. If you look at yung mga Coach Yan Giao teams and yung Barangay Ginebra, how they do it is, kung makashoot yung kalaban, wala na, tapos na yun. You try to get it back right away.
Agad pinaupo ito si J.R. Reyes after committing that foul. Raylan Lugnatan back in the ball game. Kompleto, three-point play ni Sean Anthony. He's got 6 points in this game, a three-pointer and a 3-point play. Ross, punta kay Hodge. Swing it over to Ray Guevara to Lugnatan. Ball movement para sa Meralco, just trying to find the open man. 4 seconds to go on that shot clock. Kailangan magmadali na. Mario West. At natapik nito si Reyna Lugnatan into the basket. No count sapagkat hindi tumama yung unang itcha nitong si Mario West.
Another turnover now for Meralco. That's the third turnover of Meralco dito sa second quarter. So that's a turnover every minute because there's still 9 minutes left in this second quarter.
Pagkakataon nga na mag-capitalize itong Tropang Texters dahil nga pabalik-balik sa kanilang bola. They're down by 8 with 9:03 remaining. Pupuna si Larry Fonasher. Ryan Reyes is back in the ball game. They kick it over to Mitchell. Swings it over to Ryan Reyes. Open just inside the 3-point line. Bounces out. Mario West showing some ball handling skills. Sunday Salvacion. Gunner yan para sa Meralco. Once again, deep into the shot clock. 7 seconds to go. Timberlake. On that turn, there's a foul. It's going to be called on Sean Anthony.
Well, not a good foul by Sean Anthony, and he understands that. He knows it.
Sumuntot. Tamaan yung...
Tsaka malayo eh. Malayo. So that just gives an opportunity for Meralco to reset their shot clock.
Tira ni Cliff Hodge doesn't go. Ito na Tropang Texas. Humahabol. Castro on the way up. Natamaan. He'll go to the line para sa dalawa. And of course, Jason Castro, who was known for 11 days, Doms, as Jason Williams. Diba? Tinatanong ng mga tao ng mga unang laro ng Gilas, sino yung Jason Williams? Import nakalagay sa... Oh, di ba? Eh, larong import naman kasi pinakita niya, no? Napakaganda. Of course, a member of the All-Star.
Diba?
Tawag nila, All-Star 5 ng FIBA Asia Championship. Our
Sinuot
soul.
niya kaya yung relos?
Tinatago raw niya muna eh. May kwento yata tukol kay Jason, ito si Riza Diaz.
Charlie, yun nga, nabitin nga daw si Jason Castro or Jason Williams sa kanyang maiksing bakasyon. Pero doon sa maiksing panahon na yun, nakabisita daw siya sa Pampanga where he received so much love. And for the longest time, nakatikim siya ulit ng authentic Pampanga kare-kare na talagang paborito naman niya. Charlie?
I'm sure good rest para sa kanya. We'll take a rest as well if the time. Kaya ng PBA sa Action TV International sa Middle East via Orbit Showtime Network, sa Europe via OSN TV tomorrow at sa Guam via MCV Broadband. Sabihan nyo inyong mga kamag-anak, mabangan ang maaksyon na labanan ng PBA at UFL sa Action TV International. Ball is with Meralco. 8 minutes, 11 seconds na ditira dito sa ating first half. 4 na lang ang lamang ng Meralco after being up by as much as 11 earlier in the ball game.
Changing up the lineup, Coach Norman Black now puts in Ranidel de Ocampo and Raba Al-Husseini together. And then did si Mitchell. So they're going a lot bigger. But the quickness is still there as long as you have Jason Castro.
Oo eh. Wala nang mas bibilis dyan. They go to Ranidel on the post. Cliff Hodge nakabantay. Ranidel looks like he really wants this basket. It's short. Raba with the putback. Pero nanulak daw siya. Kaya siya nakuha yung position.
First one that time, pushing off. And he knows it. Kaya hindi naman siya nagreklamo.
The shooting percentage is a bit lower dito sa ating first 4.5 minutes ng second quarter. At least para dito sa Meralco. Timber goes over to Sunday. 0 for 2 from 3-point land para kay Sunday Salvacion so far. The lob to
Kung kala mo highlight na kanina yung kay Mario West, dinaig ni Tony Mitchell tsaka yung Jason Castro yung play na yun.
Wala yung kanina. Doon ako sa back to the basket, alley-oop, slam dunk na nangyari doon. And of course,
Tsaka mas mahirap yun, Charlie, dahil galing sa fast break eh. Iba yung galing ka sa half court, mas madali makuha yung timing.
Taas to angat. Hindi naman naman gano'ng mataas yung love. And here he goes. Slamming it through. Taking it home. Tony Mitchell. 1-all na sa alley-oop. Yung dalawang imports. Pero backdunk yung kanya, no? Pogi. Tony Mitchell heating up. Kicks it out to Castro. Castro's jumper no go. Cliff Hodge snares that rebound. Just a 2-point lead para sa Meralco. Losing a bit of steam inside to Cliff Hodge. Nice basket mula kay Cliff Hodge.
Well, that was good defense by Talking Text, but a tough shot by Cliff Hodge for his 10th point.
Scoring, you know, nag-scorer na ulit. Ito si Cliff Hodge. We were just saying earlier that medyo nag-ibang laro niya. He was scoring high in his first conference. Tapos bumaba yung kanyang average. Tony Mitchell, sabi ko nga medyo gumagana na. Ito si Tony Mitchell, 8 points na partner after not scoring in the first quarter. Halfway through the second pa na, nakawalo na.
If you look at Tony Mitchell, his points are there, but yung mga fouls din. So once Meralco takes advantage that Tony Mitchell has 2 fouls, it's going to be a lot easier for them.
Inside to Raba. Kicks it over to Ranidel on the right. Pasok yan para kay Ranidel. That's his first basket. Si Fonasher, naka-tatlo kanina.
Notice, Charlie, dito sa second quarter, yung ikot ng bola ng Talking Text, mas mabibilis na yung mga pasa.
Nabura na yung 10-point lead ng Meralco at the start of this quarter. Timberlake, masyado malakas sa kanyang tira. Ngayon, may oportunidad na lumamang itong Tropang Texters. The pass goes to Castro. Ranidel back to him. They've been working together well. And Meralco gives up the lead to Talking Text. 5:23 remaining here in the second quarter. 30-second timeout on the floor. Kailangan mag-regroup itong mga Bolts.
Talking Text shifting gears here in the second quarter, speeding things up. The basketball has been moving a lot better, a lot quicker para sa Talking Text. Ganun-ganun lang, lamang na itong Talking Text.
Tingnan natin yung ating team standings, Doms. Medyo nasa lower half itong dalawang kopono na to. But, you know, there's two ways of looking at it. You can say, maaga pa naman, di ba? Pero pwede mo rin sabihin, maikli yung conference eh. So, walang maaga-maaga, di ba?
Just look at Petron Blaze. They have 4 games already. And you look at the Rain or Shine, 4 games na yan. That's pretty much half of the elimination round.
Oo.
So, ano na, masasabi mong palapit na tayo sa kalahati ng elimination round. So, you gotta win, you gotta compete every single game. Hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng isang laro na you come out flat. And if you do, you have to be able to recover right away.
And that could make the difference, that one flat game that you have. Doms could make it or break it. You know, it could be the difference between 7th spot and 9th spot, perhaps. And if you're in the 9th spot, you're out. Immediately out the first 9 games. Warningan ng Meralco Bolts for delaying the ball game coming out of that timeout.
Talking Text on a 15-2 run here in the second quarter.
Van Landingham. Yun na rin para kay Coach Ryan Gregorio.
Well, they need the outside shooting because nahihirapan sila sa zone defense ng Talking Text.
Tumama sa pa ni Mario F. Tambola. That's a turnover coming off of a timeout.
Still having a hard time dun sa pinapakitang depensa ng Talking Text. Hindi pa sila nakakahanap ng solusyon. You know, they've been trying to go inside but they haven't been able to score. Yung huling puntos nila, yung mahirap at pilipit na tira pa itong si Cliff Hodge.
Tony Mitchell's 3. Masyado malakas yan. Rebound. Who's gonna get it? Chris Ross na pumulot. Ross wants to go all the way to the basket. He slips and falls. Throws it away. Ryan Reyes behind his back. Loses it at the half-court line.
Ryan Reyes complaining na hawakan niya yung shorts niya. At kapag tinignan mo yung buhok ni Ryan Reyes, may angulo pa eh.
Oh. Hindi ko nga sa'yo, may mga change look yung mga players natin eh. Ilang months kasi, mga 3 or 4 months na medyo nabakante sila sa basketball. Change hairstyle na lang sila.
Ayaw magpagupit.
Ayaw magpagupit. Yung iba naman, nagpagupit ng todo.
Well, just to change things up and hopefully that will work for them.
Si Chris Ross nga, mag-iimbang ngayon ng bola. Iba na hairstyle. Si Chris Ross, medyo mas may fro siya dati. Nawala na rin yun. Medyo close to crop na ngayon yung kanyang buhok. Mario West. Over to Van Landingham. Missed earlier from there, but this time, he gets it.
Well, that's what he was brought in to the Meralco Bolts team for. to knock down those outside shots. If he can knock them down, he will get more playing time.
He's another one of those guys yung malambing pinis, yung mga Sandy Salvador, na most of their shots really come from out there, beyond the arc. The drop to Castro. Castro tries to go off the glass and gets it.
Well, if you look at the career of Josh Van Landingham, pag ina-analyze mo kung gaano kadaming tiniwan niya sa labas at yung sinaksak niya, maybe 80% from the outside.
Tama yun. Nice bounce pass. Hugnatan to Mario West. Good teamwork from the two bolts.
And that's how to break that zone defense of Talking Tex. You try to move that basketball, make the defense commit one way, and then make the extra pass for the shot.
Ito si Mitchell. Pasa sa loob. No one anywhere near Raba Luceni. It's going to be the easiest basket he can get.
Meralco getting a little bit frustrated with how they're playing defense because Talking Tex is just scoring at will here in the second quarter.
Mas iso ball game tayo these past few plays. Palitan na ng basket ng dalawang komponan. Natin ang gustong ibahin yan. Tres naman ang gusto ipasok. Wala. He gets it back. Goes in. The layup. Wala yan. Off balance. And he hits the deck. And you were saying nga, di ba? Parang mas sanay talaga tumiro mula sa labas. The drive a bit awkward and off balance. Ryan Reyes missing from 3, but they get it back. Mitchell takes his turn and makes it from Rainbow Country.
He's been taking those outside shots, those three-point shots from maybe 2 feet away from the line because he knows that he's got that range. Kanina, pumasa siya dito kay Ryan Reyes, hindi na shoot. Nung binigyan siya ng opportunity, sige, ikaw naman tumira, knocked it down.
The lead is 4 para sa Tropang Texas. Biggest of the ball game. They were trailing by 10 earlier. Wilson on the drive. Agaw ni Tony Mitchell. Here they go. Gives it over to the wrong guy. Chris Ross getting in the passing lane. Hugnatan in the shaded area. Sidestep. Loses the ball. It's saved. Here the white shirts. Patungo naman sa kabila. The spin move. Tony Mitchell gets the lead with an offhand. At hinawakan ni Van Landingham. What was that? Wilson. Wilson na. Natawagan ng foul on that play. See the way he eluded the defense. At yung hinawakan na. Na-shoot pa rin. 2:09 remaining in the first half. Trailing by 6. Talking Tex nagising dito sa quarter number 2 especially.
Tony Mitchell, 13 points in the second quarter. And the good thing about his points, hindi pilit. He got that alley-oop slam. He got that three-point shot. And usually, kapag pumapasok, sasabihin mo, hindi pilit eh.
Oo. But you can see, kahit yung style na Donf tama ka, hindi yung just jacking it up from everywhere, which he have a tendency to do sometimes. Lalo na pag parang feeling niya yung momentum nasa kanya na tira na ng tira. But now, under control, realizing that maraming ang kakampi na pwedeng kumiscore din.
And he passed up on a couple of shots, di ba?
Right. Mga passes outside to a player in a better position. Another pass up in the sky for Mario West.
That's just frustrating for the defense of Talking Tex because that's the second time that Meralco has ran that same play, same people involved doing the same thing.
Basa lima lamang ng Talking Tex. A minute and 45 remaining sa ating first half. Here's Mitchell. Decides to take another 3. Gets another one.
16 points in 1 quarter for Tony Mitchell.
Kanina yung 12 points sa first quarter si Mario West. Blanco. Diba na blanco ito si Tony Mitchell rather, but now he's answered back in a big way. John Wilson gun shy dahil marami na siyang mintis dito sa ating first half. The bounce inside to Hugnatan. The patient basket, but he overshoots. Ito si Sean Anthony to Jason. Takes it into the paint. Kicks it out. Masyado mataas para kay Sean Anthony. Throws it away. Ball goes to the Orangemen. There you go. Another eye in the sky play. Chris Ross finding Mario West on the weak side for his second alley-oop.
Wala screenan itong import ng Talking Tex na si Tony Mitchell. That's why Mario West was wide open for that dunk.
Highlight plays na tayo dito sa ating first half on both teams. Reyes swings it over to Sunday. Sunday makes a move into the paint. Kicks it out. Mario West. Siya naman. Hindi discard. Step back. Jumper. Off the glass. Pasok. Pero offensive foul at tinawag dahil may tulak para mag-create ng konting space. 30-second timeout called by the Tropang Texters. 36.5 seconds remaining in the first half. They have a fresh 24 coming out of this timeout. Chance to perhaps largen their lead.
Well, Meralco definitely got outplayed by Talking Text here in the second quarter. Yung opensa ng Talking Text led by their import Tony Mitchell, now shooting 61% from the field. Itong Meralco Bulls. Baliktad naman para sa, rather, itong Talking Text baliktad naman para sa Meralco, 26% lang.
A while ago, ito yung takbo going the other way para sa Tropang Texters. That's a Kawasaki rousing fast break brought to us by Rouser 135 by Kawasaki. Ralph the Rider review. Tropang Texters, tignan natin kung anong diskarte coming out of that timeout. Castro the bounce inside to the man mountain. Easy two.
Just too easy that time. That pass was right in the gut of the defense ng Meralco to Ali Peak. Nagpahinga na yung kanilang import, but yung opensa ng Talking Text is still humming.
Last second shot time para sa Meralco Bulls. Halos patak ng game clock at shot clock. Foul given up by the Tropang Texters. Not yet in penalty. At pinasok muna si Aaron Aban for these last 8.4 seconds of the first half. Pahinga muna si Jason Castro. Mario West on the move. Tried to kick it out. Nakuha pa ni Ryan Reyes. Looks up at the clock. Kicks it over to Fonacier. Running three-pointer. Front rims it. Almost gets that basket. And what a turnaround sa first quarter. 10-point lead itong Meralco. Ayun. 10-point lead naman itong Tropang Texters.
Charlie, pinag-usapan natin yung opensa ng Talking Text in the second quarter, but really